we've been having a lot of problems with our plumbing at my house recently.
Natalie's.
I have a feeling it's
stepped
Natalie's
up the
dumps.
toilet.
And it's because, and you know what? Before I thought that maybe our just plumbing was old.
Yeah.
But I've been keeping tally of how much Natalie eats.
Yeah.
It has to be because Natalie's very skinny, so it has to be going somewhere. And guess where? It's going into our plumbing. So I know she thinks that her eating 17 candy bars a day isn't affecting us. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes to complain as she has cookie dough ice cream in her hand.
Listen here, bitch. I eat like shit because you eat like shit, and I don't have any other choice. When you go to a restaurant, I also have to order from the same restaurant. So when you order fucking Buffalo Wild Wings or Chipotle or McDonald's, or you buy us ice cream for our refrigerator, somebody's got to eat it. I can't let it go to waste.
Yeah, David, what's up with your choices in
Natalie,
restaurants?
I did not buy this. And you know how I know I didn't buy this for this ice cream? I didn't buy this for you? Because it's an open container and you're just eating it out with a spoon like it's yours. You know it's just yours. Natalie eats like a madman. I mean, she literally, she snacks. We had breakfast, and then right away she had food after that, and then she snacks after that. It's honestly, it's incredible because she's in such great shape. I don't know how she does it, but it is affecting our plumbing, and that's what I wanted. That's what I've been trying to talk to her
It's also
about.
tough when you're trying to shoot and she's crunching.
Yeah.
That I can agree with, but our plumbing issues are all from your bathroom.
You don't know that at all.
There is one. Yes, I do.
Who's the guilty party, Mr. Chipotle?
There's a one plumbing line. All the houses on one plumbing line, and there's another
Look, she's getting choked up because she's a fucking liar.
No, the whole house has two plumbing lines. One plumbing line is for David's bathroom and his sink and his toilet and his shower, and the other plumbing line is for all the other rooms in the house. What plumbing line continuously gets fucked up? David's one plumbing line that comes from your toilet. Whose toilet gets backed up and starts spewing out shit? Your toilet, not mine.
I think this is the moment where
giving you
David
my
just
time.
fell in love with you because the way he was looking at you was so interesting.
I was just disgusted.
You were like a girl that can talk about my dumps and be okay with it. I'm in love.
No, I was trying to see how legit she was by what she was saying. But it's this bathroom in here that gets clogged a lot, which is actually the toilet you use.
Hey, you know what's really funny
Right.
is when we're all out together and you're kind of leading the charge because you're the leader, and then you propose the vote as to what you want to do, and you're like, we can do X or we can do Y, and you obviously want Y.
Sure.
And then this happened the other day on the tour bus. Everybody raised their hand for X. It was like, who wants to go out to dinner to the Greek place? Because that was my suggestion.
Yeah.
And everyone raised their hand. And then the next one was like, who wants to go to I pick? No one raises their hand. And then you're just kind of like, okay. Well, let's take another vote.
Yeah, when my vote doesn't go, then I start thinking of other things I want.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, no one wants to go to IPIC. Who wants to just go to my house and order food?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Because you just didn't want to go to that Greek place.
Yeah, I didn't want to go to a Greek place.
Why not? How come you never want to go to a nice restaurant? It's crazy to me.
It's just such a waste of time.
It's so nice to sit down and you can talk about ideas. You can come up with so much sitting
It's
at a
such
nice
a waste of
restaurant.
time. I'd rather go to IPIC where you can watch a movie and you can eat at the same time.
David now enjoying some ice cream with his friends.
You know what?
Oh, look who's snacking. You just made fun of Natalie. Here you go, Natalie. Take my mic.
You look like a baby.
You're a big fucking hypocrite. Look at you.
Well, I only got this because you were eating it.
Well, I only got it because Reggie was eating it. So, that excuse is not valid.
Oh, look,
Which goes back to me.
we're two peas in a pod. Or in your
No.
case, two huge logs in the toilet that clog the fucking
You're
drain.
so funny. You can't say stuff like that about me
It
like,
is
to
really
millions
gross.
of people.
Two logs. That's the. Well, what are the grossest ways to say you're going to use the bathroom? I have.
Dropping the kids off at school.
Aaron's what?
Dropping the kids off at school.
Ew. I'm from the Midwest, so like some of my friends would say the most disgusting things. Yeah, take a dump is so gross. Because take a dump is like that's a human being saying that. I gotta take a piss. I hate that. I don't know why. I gotta take a piss. I gotta go drop the logs. I gotta go drop a log.
I got to go to Browntown.
Reggie said I gotta take a deposit. I've never heard that one.
Take a deposit. How does that work?
Take a deposit. That sounds like you're taking poop from somebody.
Drain the lizard.
Drain the lizard. That's kind of cool. The elephant's got a spray. Natalie said. Natalie, if you've ever Natalie, if you ever say that to me, Natalie just went, the elephant has to spray. Natalie, if you were sitting at dinner with us and you went, I gotta go because the elephant's got to spray, I would fucking vomit my food back onto the plate and leave the restaurant.
What's the most intimate thing that you've had to do with Natalie? Like, has she ever had to put like cream up your butt or anything like that because you were sick or?
The most intimate thing I've ever had.
Yeah.
to do with
Well, what's
Natalie.
like the most embarrassing? Did she have to like ever hand you toilet paper or? Can you think of anything?
I don't know if this works, but he didn't let me follow through with it. But he, like, when I first moved here, you clogged the toilet, like, really, your toilet, if we're going back to this topic, really bad. It was a week where we had Chipotle about 8 times. And I remember he didn't have, like, a heavy-duty plunger, so I had to go out and buy a plunger, and I was like, okay, I'm going to just go in and, like, plunge it.
Right.
And then he was like, no. Like, he was just like, no way. Like, would not let me into the bathroom. And he was like, do not fucking go in there. And I was like,
Good call,
okay, I'm so
David.
sorry.
Good call.
That was me being respectful.
Yeah. Good job. That was a.
I mean, that was like, I feel like that's
That was the first day on the job. Now it's like, you will fucking put your face in there. No, I don't know what intimate moment we had. I broke her head once. We were playing. It wasn't intimate. Wait, what? Natalie here.
okay. This weekend we were at Rhode Island. Someone from the audience, I came onto the stage or whatever, and someone from the audience was like, what's your best, like, most, like, such an endearing question. Like, what's your best, most fond memory of Natalie?
Yeah.
And he, like, puts the mic away and he whispers to me and he's like, should I talk about the time we played soccer? And I was like, you mean the time that you cracked my head open? That's your most fond memory?
We were playing soccer, and I was trying to keep like the ball away from her, and I pushed her, and she tripped over a bush, and the upper part of her body like smacked the cement wall, and she like cracked the top of her head open.
Oh no.
Yeah, and she was bleeding, and that was really fucking scary. But it's like one of those memories that I have forever. Like when you make your friend bleed, that's like fucking serious.
Sure.
It wasn't fondest, but it was like the first memory I can think of with Natalie, like the earliest memory.
What was the hardest time as a kid in your life? For me, it was going to a new school and being fat. That was the worst.
Mine was just arguing with my parents.
How old were you?
17 and below. Like it was just like,
Just an argument all. But your
All
brothers
the
and sisters,
time.
your brothers and sisters, do they argue with them?
I don't think so. Not as much as I would.
Interesting.
Like it was like just like fighting about like piano, about having to do taekwondo. It was constant. That's all we would argue about.
What was Taekwondo like?
The worst.
You didn't like it?
No, because I have like delicate feet, and like it would. I know it sounds so lame, and I did taekwondo for like 4 years, but they never got like tougher, and I was so like I hated kicking.
Why do you
things.
need tough feet in Taekwondo?
Because, so about 2 years into taekwondo, I really started thinking about. I have this weird thing where sometimes I think like when I move my arms, like okay, make a fist with your hand.
Okay.
Like you know how your fingers kind of when you make a fist, your fingers go together and they fold.
Yep.
I would do this thing where I would think about every vein in that finger folding, and I would think about the muscle, and I would think about the blood like folding.
Oh, wow.
And it was like really gross. And I started thinking about that with my feet, and I started thinking about like the impact of what like part of my muscle would hit, or what part of my bone it would hit, or what part of my vein, and it would give me like an eerie feeling.
Yeah.
And I really was like, I started to get scared of like kicking things.
All right.
Because I was like, fuck this. And then one day I went swimming. I went. There's like a gross lake that's by our house. It's not really a gross lake, but no one swims in it. Like
Right.
it's just one of those lakes.
The one I jumped in?
No, not that one.
Okay.
It was like this big lake,
Right.
and my friend's like, we should go swimming in it. So we swam across it. It was super badass. And then like for our age group, we
Sure.
were like 13, 14. And then a week later, I had like a huge infection on my foot.
Ugh.
It was like I don't know what it was, but I blamed it on a spider bite, but it was probably like bacteria from the lake. And I went into Taekwondo, and I showed the instructor my foot, and he was so disgusted. He's like, "You need to go home." And I never came back after that. That was my last time at Taekwondo because of my foot, which was amazing. And my parents like made me go to Taekwondo first to like teach me like respect. Like, they watched too many Karate Kid movies where they were like, you go here and you'll start making your bed, which I didn't really agree with, but I did it. I don't know.
Tell me one thing from Taekwondo that you remember.
That I learned?
Yeah.
The only thing I remember is I got kicked in the face.
And it sucked.
And it sucked, and there was blood all over my like little like white suit, and and there was like a chunk of my lip missing, and I had to go to the ER, and I got like 6 stitches.
Oh my god.
And the guy wasn't actually supposed to kick me; he just kicked me on accident.